leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the smooth.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now a give up the middle to Williams. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage and hit clearing space.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Albert Okuwebunam, the intended target. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his left. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On first down, it's Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a first down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches and 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his effort. Definitely.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Nick Bonito in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the 50, here's Herbert. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 81 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really close, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Boy, on those punt returns for a touchdown, it just seems like 50% of the time there's a flag, and there was there.
Yeah, and that number might even be conservative, right? I mean, every time we see it, we're excited by the play, but I know we're looking at the field waiting for a flag to come out. So many moving parts often leads to a penalty.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 1st and 10, Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Herbert on 1st down now. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson, Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Here's Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Albert O in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Chargers 10.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Play action. It's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Yeah, they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 107 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, Wilson.
This pass caught by Hamler. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. The busy night continues for Williams.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, Eckler. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Caught by Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Out of the gun, Herbert. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Play fake. Here's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Herbert. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Baron Browning drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Joey Bosa in on the stop. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 131 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll hand it off now. Williams.
And he's got it down to the 28.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Steps away to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Herbert. To Guyton. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now Herbert.
And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, The other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Running on first down, Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Herbert,
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
will go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Herbert.
That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Herbert to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal. Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win. They go play action with Wilson. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. But only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Throwing, Herbert.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Herbert going to throw.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Nick Bonito
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly bang tell you the dash on wood. Stand payments to.
Hello, new world. All the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lie. Whoa. Yeah.
Take off the foo-foo. Take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off them fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro Pay, 5-day stay, take a quarter meal, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the humble.